Pledge of Allegiance every morning, but never having learned what a pledge is, what allegiance is, and most certainly never heard we had a Republican form of government. Constitution, Article 4, Section 4 guarantees, Constitution, Article 4, Section 4 guarantees us this. But instead, I was repeatedly told we have a great democracy. I tried to find out why none of the freedom movements have been able to obtain a foothold, all the while witnessing those in our government, local, state, and federal, continually usurping, infringe upon our birthright, inalienable rights. During my research, I came across a few really interesting documents. One of them being the Lieber Code, which is what this book is based on. This book is coming out in a rush because I believe this extremely important information needs to reach the public. I have done my best to keep any fluffin' feller out of this book. Every article in the Lieber Code is included in its entirety. I found it was much simpler to work directly from the Lieber Code. Thus, why the amount of my own writing in this book is limited. I purposely made it a short book as to not overwhelm any who may read it. My input is brown. I do not always have something to add. They made some of the articles very clear and specific. Definitions given by Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition, 1910, is blue. I included them to avoid any possible confusion. See why you have to have color stuff? Mm-hmm. Or you won't be lost in the sauce with a copy. Mm-hmm. So now we know the valid importance of original. And not the copycat. I don't need the copy.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to look at it and see where the color change that goes so I can write it on there.
I'll do that for y'all.
Yeah, show you.
But I'm going to put you to the original, it's simpler.
Right.
You just say, go to the
site.
Or
to run, have a color printer.
We know that. So
I ran off on a color printer.
So you can see the value.
Right.
Because at times we
go online and get it and you'll have a color.
We won't see the value until we say, let's have everything. Mm-hmm. Or, we're going to have to run somewhere. Definitions given by Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition, 1910, is blue. I included them to avoid any possible confusion. At the end of this book, I offer a solution. Those who are interested in taking action toward that solution or have another idea /solution are welcome to contact me. See the end of the book. Let's begin before yet another inalienable right is bargained into a privilege. So, 51 pages. Then, I don't play around.
Oh, let me get you that. All right, right here.
It's 1101. Some of my business development 101.
There you go. Her solution. Got through all the codes. They got Article 1 through Article 157. Some references.
Points, and then read this. I offer a solution. While I do not proclaim to know it all, and I realize I am leaving this book with some unanswered questions, I did promise to offer a solution. I wholeheartedly believe this is a viable, workable, and doable solution. We need to create and establish a treaty of peace. All right. Between the states and the U.S. federal government to end the Civil War. While this is honestly quite simple, do not think for a second that I believe this will be easy. Considering our true and valid Congress has not been seated since the Civil War, there are some challenges that arise. For instance, the states that came into the Union after the Civil War. There's no way they were properly ratified into the Union. However, I am not willing to abandon people in other states simply because of the U.S. federal government's admitted deceitful ways. I believe having the participation of all states as well as the nations we currently have treaties with will not only be beneficial to the success of the Treaty of Peace being completed and established, but crucial in the world's recognition of our established republics. Once the treaty is established, the states in which entered the Union after the Civil War can be officially and correctly ratified into the Union if they so choose. Without the Treaty of Peace, I do not see how we will be able to end the usurpations and the far-reaching tentacles of the U.S. federal government, which have been achieved through martial law. We need to put them back in their place, the prescribed 10-mile radius between Maryland and Virginia, and ensure they never get a hold on the states and we, the people, again. This means we must begin holding property and ensuring all inalienable rights which have been traded unknowingly by we, the people, for benefits such as the right to travel versus driver's license are null and void. All treaties are included addressed in the Constitution for the United States of America and the Constitution of the United States to be held. All right, let me slow down for y'all. All treaties are included addressed in the Constitution for the United States of America and the Constitution of the United States to be held as law of the land. That is why I have obtained and included a complete list of said treaties, as well as the resources I have used to put this book together. I am positive our learning about them will prove beneficial. Those nations who had treaties with the United States of America, U.S., very well may join us to ensure those treaties are enforced as well. It is our duty to ensure all treaties are to be fully honored, especially if we, over 100 years later, are working on the Treaty of Peace. Accordingly, if you do not know the Constitution, you best learn it, as well as your respective states' constitutions. The Constitution clearly states that any powers not given to the U.S. federal government fall upon the states, and any powers that the states are not given fall upon we the people. This also includes those powers that are given. This also includes those powers that are ignoring, such as This also includes those powers that they are ignoring, such as protecting our borders. Since the U.S. federal government and the states are not assisting or supporting state militias, that responsibility falls upon we the people. I, for one, am no longer willing to allow my rights to be infringed upon, usurped, or abused. I am fully aware that when I stand for myself, I am automatically standing for you. This does not mean that I accept responsibility for you. I know if I allow such things to happen to another, one day they will happen to me. The authority to take the actions I have chosen is within me. We each individually have the authority. However, the power enforcement comes only when we stand together as one. That's why it's our authority. Fuck your individual authority, man. See, literally, yeah, open your legs up. Oh, all right. Y'all don't want to speak French? Oh, all right. Don't worry, I don't want no booty. I'm going to get with my children, my daughter and my son. I don't want no booty. I'm straight. No, I'm not going to war. No. Nothing. No. Nothing. No thing at all. That's it. Nothing. All right. Let me see if y'all want to do something. Because y'all talking about coming together, standing together as one. It's real interesting. There's only one way you can do that. If you are interested in participating in the information and implementation of a treaty between the states and the U.S. federal government.
If you're interested in the formation.
And participating in the formation and implementation of a treaty between the states and the U.S. federal government, please send me an email to treaty@reWar.ws. Please visit www.againstgovernment.org/content/bad-narc-constitutional-clash to view Michael Barnett's constitutional class video. You may also download them for your convenience. You can obtain more information at his website, constitutionpreservation.org. Please visit Talk Show 9/6/2010 and listen to Schaefer Cox speak about the successful and lawful Alaska militia, and to hear Micah Ill, Bad Narek, speak about the Constitution and your rights. You can also hear Micah Ill, Badnarik, on 2 other interviews dated 8/21/2009 and 3/2/2010 as well. Banging it out. And then they start treaties. They start 1776 plan of the treaties with France. See, that's why I went into the see.
Now we was talking about treaties before then, or when we?
I know ours is, we got 17. We banging from 1774, but our treaties is 1787.
They don't have a treaty and peace of friendship on here.
But they got 1787. They in the 70s right now. 1786. 1786. There we go. You on? I'm like, yeah.
What's the more after that?
Yeah, all them treaties. That's all of them.
Still making treaties. Should get in there something else. We go 1863, April 24. Lieber Code, a treaty of peace between the states and the U.S. federal government should appear in the following list, but it doesn't. By moving forward with creating and establishing a treaty of peace to end the Civil War, I believe we ought to accept the following treaties, even though they were performed by the U.S. federal government. And she got more treaties. Now, where's the one he said they went back and did in 86 or something?
What?
Let's see. Right here.
What, 1836?
No, he was saying 1987 or something. They went back and did a treaty of peace and friendship with Morocco.
Who?
Brother Rich L.
1836.
And when they went back?
Yeah. This is 50 years. 50-year treaties.
Oh, okay. That was the first one you showed me, this one. And I'm talking about the one after that.
That's the second one, man.
All right, that's the second. Where's the one after that?
Go back to 1780.
I'm talking about coming this way, 19
what?
Something.
What about
going this way?
19?
Oh, they ain't do. All right. That was the second one then. And that's it. And there ain't been no another.
I mean, the prophet. That's your shit.
That's what I'm saying. After he did that. All right, 28. All right. So then they didn't go back after that. I got you.
Right. He ain't have to make no treaty. He just got the mandate. They got 22.
Squad 5, Davis to yard for fuel station.
Some treaties went on. And then they jumped to 33. 2022, treaty between United States of America, Belgium, the British Empire, China, France, Italy, Japan, the Netherlands, and Portugal. Signed at Washington, February 6th.
So he said they went back and they wasn't with the original people that was in Morocco. It was a fraud. I thought he said 1986.
Well, no, 19.
1986. 19.
And then like, because you thinking that something is 1986, so I'm like, hey, something is 1986.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that tape again. But he was saying anyway that that it wasn't the same people over there that was there the first time.
Yeah, in 1986, something did happen. It was some kind of some kind of commemoration or something did go on.
Well, he was saying it wasn't the people that was the original people over there, so it was a fraud.
Right, it's always a fraud going on. I know that go on from all ever. It's always a fraud going on. But I just knew that he had to flip backwards. Same way we have to flip backwards. It'll just be the same way. That's all they can do is have you backwards. That's it. Once you're backwards, they get time. That's all. They get them some time to do whatever they want to do.
And they got some resources here for you.
Yeah, hook you all up with everything.
That's that book he was reading.
Yeah. But I still.
Oh no, that wasn't the American Constitution. That wasn't the book he was reading. He was reading the American government.
Yeah, it all don't mean nothing if we can't
read everything.
If we don't got no people to love, it don't mean nothing. Like I say, it's all tennis right now. All that stuff, that's tennis. Can I eat that?
Confirmation.
576 charge.
Doesn't equivalent if it doesn't equal a grant. A to-do list with too many items